Hello there. Yes, welcome to our Travel the Unknown episode 1. Yes, we do like to say the unknown because we headed towards the journey which was not known to us in terms of the people whom we are going to meet, or probably the roads which we traveled, or maybe the food which we are going to eat, the climatic conditions which we are going to encounter. And it was a substantial long journey of 27 days over 2500 kilometers and lots of unknowns. So yes, we were excited at the beginning of the journey, so as I am now excited as I'm talking to you, aren't you? Yeah, so let's get started. So this is our Go Green Ride with Pride. You know, the basically at Go Green we are promoting people to choose non-fuel based transportation in a neighborhood vicinity of anything between 2, 3 or 5 kilometers, and try to reduce the pollution in the place where we are residing. And we are also telling ride with pride. That means it could be of any age of a person, or it could be any gender, it could be any religion, maybe young, old, maybe rich, poor. Anybody can ride bicycle and can carry out his work in a neighborhood vicinity with pride. And this particular journey of Kashi to Kanyakumari, or you can say Varanasi to Kanyakumari, which started on 5th of December, ended on 31st December 2016, which is 2500 kilometer, which we started with a special challenge of doing more with less. That means we took up a personal challenge, that is, we wanted to try and survive in 150 rupees, that is US dollar two and a half maybe or less per day per person, for all the expenses including the food and accommodation. Well, that was definitely set out for the challenge to seek out for the help from the various people, and that is how it ended up helping us to reach out many golden hearted people as we progressed in our journey. Well, when we started doing the planning, on maybe the desk, we probably went back to our drawing board and started putting up the various cities. It was all random. We were really not sure what cities are going to come in our way, yeah, and probably how we are going to progress. And also we discovered that Google doesn't know everything. We were just wanting Google to tell us that okay, we started Varanasi and plus maybe 90 kilometers, which town will come, or around 90 kilometers. Google Maps didn't have that capability as we did this planning, and so we just took up something which was probably, we thought is approximate, and we started measuring the distance in Google between the two cities which we thought are appropriate, and that is how with trial and error we came up with some kind of a plan. And definitely this was a very good guiding tool for us as what we are heading towards. What are the major cities we are going to come across, like Varanasi, then probably Jabalpur, Nagpur, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and finally at Kanyakumari. And we also knew that what kind of a help we would look forward, and we probably try started finding out the contacts who could probably help us in those areas, and probably we could reach out to them to seek out for our night stay, for dinner or lunch. Yeah, that is where the whole thing started as we started doing the planning. And as we started doing the planning about the route, simultaneously we started preparing our bikes. We started doing the procurement of our bike accessories, like for example the bags which we need to fit it onto our bag on the bike, and the bags which need to carry all the baggage, the luggage which we wanted to really carry with us. Yeah, the cycle accessories, cycle repairing kit, our clothes, maybe some food. Yeah, so all those things we started planning in parallel. And one thing which we did not plan, maybe probably we were, you know uh, maybe ignorant, I would say, yeah, or probably a little complacent, because we accomplished a 500-kilometer ride in October November first week. So we did not really do any practice rides with our bags on the bicycle, to just see what kind of baggage we have and what stress level we will be into. And we really did not get a time to do that practice, and you will discover as we went along what really happened in our journey then, So December 4th, the first day, precursor of our journey, we started from our hometown, which is in Pune, and we headed towards the Varanasi. So this is our family, my mom, my wife, my two lovely daughters, Dharmit, yeah, and we were just getting started in the morning at about 4:45 to head towards the airport. Yeah, and that's where we are at the airport. With also my sister-in-law and my niece has joined us over there, and we are there in the flight. Yes, they're taking the first flight from Pune to Delhi. And when we took the flight, we had our bicycles to be dismantled and pack it into the box nicely, and we took the bicycles into the journey along with us. Yeah, and we enjoyed on the way at the Delhi. We enjoyed the lounge for a very minimal cost. It just fit into our budget. It was a nice surprise to see at the lounge. The gentleman said, if you have a Visa card, we can swipe and it's just 25 rupees per person. You can enjoy the lounge. So that was a nice surprise for us, and we could enjoy the lounge for about 3 hours. Had a good, lovely food, and just getting warm up to get into our the ride next morning. So that is again at the lounge. We are getting into the next flight now, which is from Delhi to Varanasi. It was a bit delayed because there was a foggy climate at the Varanasi, and they were not too sure whether they could land it there. So it got delayed about 45 minutes or so. Yeah, significantly delayed once we actually landed. It was about 1 hour 15 minutes or so. And we landed there. We are waiting for our bags to come, and there comes our bicycles, the backpacks, yeah, as well as our luggage. And this is where we're heading towards now, Varanasi. The golden-hearted people you can see on your left. Yeah, they are the people who really, really made our life, very special out there. They made us feel the celebrity. They made us our life so good. We never thought so that we are starting from Varanasi. We were just looking for a help for a night stay and maybe the dinner, and they turned out to be the awesome host who actually hosted our the cause as a event, and you will see as we progress. Yeah, so imagine this is what the unknown I mean here. The amount of curiosity what it brings in, the amount of excitement which it brings in. All the people other than two of us, which are Garland and what you see there, are all unknown to us, and there are about 20 such people who actually came. Look at their smile, their excitement, their joy. They came to receive us from the Varanasi airport, and they were so keen and engrossed to what we are trying to do it, and we are trying to help us out. Yeah, they were trying to cheer us up. They were trying to make us feel very, very special. They took us straight to the bicycle assembly shop, and you can see a gentleman in the sweater there, and his team are not so conversant about the bikes which we brought to do the assembly, but he and his team really worked hard. They were excited to make sure that our bikes get into the shape, and we had some footage of the video from our the bicycle shop back in Pune, and that's how they knew probably how to go about doing it, looking at that video. But nevertheless, they really made a genuine effort and attempt, and within about an hour our bikes were ready. And there you go, our bike is now assembled. Look at that pump, the bicycle pump. We took a little larger pump. People were really wondering, this guy really want to take this size of the pump. And this is our bike number 2, which is also all set, assembled, ready to go, ready to rock. Yes. And there we come to the place where Sanjeev Agarwal and his entire JSK team, who organized the amazing the welcome program. There was about 20 people out there from the JSK team, Jai Shri Krishna team, who welcomed us. And not only that, they also organized the press conference, the pre-event, the press conference. That's something very special. When I floated the social media message, we just wanted to help for the night stay at Varanasi and maybe the dinner. And when it landed into from Rupesh Malpani to Sanjeev Chandak to Sanjeev Agarwal ji, and also Mr. Neeraj Sharma ji. And these people really took up this event very seriously, and they got engaged with us in the cause. They were really looking forward to make it very special for us, and that's what you can see here. Wow, look at them. Yeah, everybody out there wants to click the picture with us. They're saying, not, no, now it's your turn, now it's my turn, let me go. Everybody is taking pictures with us. The felicitation. Look at that, the entire team of JSK, plus you can also see the Maheshwari brothers. You can see Manish Maheshwari as well as Prashant Maheshwari, and this entire team really made our evening very special at 4th of December 2016. Look at them again, they are just clicking pictures with us. They want to really, yeah, I mean, there's, you can see in the center there's Mr. Pierre, who has dedicated his life. He's been staying there in Varanasi, and he is providing the services to one of the schools which is run on charity. A commendable people, really great people we came across. They are the Maheshwari brothers whom we met out there. Sanjeev Chandak couldn't make it for the event, so he asked his fellow friends to come and meet us and encourage us. Neeraj Sharma ji, who is one of the pivotal backbone for our tour, who worked from the JSK team side and really made things in shape. So this is the entire JSK team with us, and on the top what you see is we have this little placeholder and some of the pictures in this video. As what you see is the people who provided the help to us, because we were on a special challenge of spending only rupees 150 per person per night. So there you see on 4th of December, Team JSK sponsored our dinner as well as the night stay at the hotel, and they did much more than that. There comes the event day, the 5th of December, and we are nervous as we get started, and we were overwhelmed with the kind of preparations the JSK team did, and we were aiming to head towards from Varanasi to Mirzapur. Now again, when you see on our the drawing board, when we started doing the planning, we were initially having the first stop at Lalganj, which was about 83 kilometers away from Varanasi. But when we started talking to people on the 4th of December at our the place of stay from Maheshwari brothers, and we discovered that yeah, probably if we choose to stay at Mirzapur, they can offer some help. So that is how our journey started unfolding. And we said, okay, that's an amazing idea. If we are able to get the help out there for the night stay and dinner, why not? We can definitely change it to Mirzapur, which is little before Lalganj. And we really made a good decision out there, and they provided a wonderful support, which we'll discover as we get into this 5th and 6th of December later. But let's first get started with the event. Yeah, we are at the school now, and again they garlanded us, they welcomed us, they give us tremendous respect for what cause we are riding for, and that the the stage is all set up for us. Actually, our bikes have been brought onto the stage, where they started managing the event. And you can see here we are all sitting there watching the performance at the school. So this event actually started from Little Star School at Nagalamkwa at Varanasi, and this is a special school run for children of the maids, and they are specially sponsored, the completely sponsored school. It runs up to standard 8, and amazing children who put up a cultural show for us. Yeah, and that's what we are watching at this point of time with the JSK team. We did a the puja before we get started on the tour. Look at that audience. Can you ever imagine this kind of an audience, in an unknown city, where you've landed for the first time, you're starting a journey, and these are the people who have come all the way, all the children, to motivate you and kickstart your journey on a very positive note. In the front, what you see is a gentleman with a bouquet, is the mayor of Varanasi. Behind him, the person who's in a spectacle is the security chairperson of the Banaras Hindu University. So they are some of the affluent people who really came and made our journey to kickstart on a perfect note. And there we go. We did a flag hosting, yeah, and we were all set to get started. There were just amazing gifts the perfect thoughtful gifts which JSK team handed over to us as a token of love and the appreciation. They were the T-shirts which were much needed in the journey at some point of time, and also they have given us the nice little MP3 player which has a FM, so we could probably have some entertainment on the way. So thoughtful of this. And Sanjeev Agarwal, he's addressing the audience. He's talking about our cause, what we are up to, and what we are heading towards. And they are lovely children. Look at them. They have, with all the pom pom and the Indian flag, and they are so excited. Look at the joy on their face and the way they are cheering us up to get started on our. So, Bhatnagar uncle, the youngest of the family of the JSK, yeah, is just as young as 78-year-old, and he is such a lovely smile and such a caring person, such a fatherlyhood attitude. From the day one, 4th of December, when we landed at the airport, he came to pick us up, and since then he has been talking to us, trying to get involved with what we are trying to do, trying to understand. And look at him, he's on our bike, just to tell us, yes, guys, you can do it. And this is at Banaras Hindu University, the oldest Shiva temple, where we are about to start our journey to Mirzapur. So the kids escorted us, and they did a rally so that probably we could convey the message also locally in Varanasi for about 2 to 3 kilometers. Yeah, look at the amazing rally of children. Yeah, along with the bikers. Yeah, they were just making sure that there is no disturbance on our way. Also, they guided us the route. And there we come. There comes Dharmit. Alongside him is the Manish Maheshwari. Look at those children, how excited they are. Right. Yes. Well prepared, well prepared event, well executed as well. The time. And these are all the JSK team members. They are all the people that attended this wonderful inauguration event. All the children, all the way. And there we come to the BHU, the security staff, Dr. Sarita Tripathi in the front, what you see her. Yeah. And there we come. We are on the way now to Mirzapur, and that we have first, the puncture of our cycle. And look at that, the uncle who is sitting next to our bicycle. He such a nice fellow, such a great heart. Look at that, the blue, the container in which there's a water. He actually went and he got that water for us, and he said, don't worry, he's been just cool, calm, and he's saying, just relax, everything will be fine, and you'll be able to do this. And he's just trying to make us feel comfortable. And look at that, again, we don't know him. Yeah, he's again an unknown surprise for us, but a great, he stood there, he was with us all the way till the time we fixed actually the puncture. And to our surprise, when we were trying to look for the reason why the bike punctured, we couldn't figure it out. And he was observing us what we are doing, and actually he could figure out why the bike could have punctured. And with all politeness and he said, probably, I think, I'm not the expert, but I think maybe your liner has probably bent, and that has punctured your bicycle. It's not an external object, but it's an internal object which has punctured the bike. And that was the reason we removed the liner off, and then we were having no issues with the bike. So amazing people, yeah, on the route, just started the journey, and they show off. That was our first lunch break, Ankur Dhaba, and the gentleman, he is the owner of the the place. And here we were having the discounted meal, the very first meal, So I went up to him and I asked him that, are you willing to offer us any free meal? In an exchange, we are willing to offer you some service. We can clean utensils, or we can swipe maybe your hotel, or probably we can do something else. Yeah. So he said, nothing to worry. I can just probably, make it a discountable price. And he made it very, very affordable for us, within our budget. Yeah. And that was our very first, the lunch support which we got on a very first day of the tour. Those are the people who really helped us. On the top, you can see on the 5th December, Team JSK sponsored our breakfast. Kothari family, who sponsored our dinner. The lunch was at Ankur Dhaba, which was discounted. Yeah, and then we came to Kothari family, in the evening for the night stay. This is the gentleman on the way whom we stopped by for the tea, and he helped us to get a tea at a discounted price. And look at this. We never asked for this. We never really asked for any kind of a media, reach out. But Team JSK felt that this message has to go to the larger audience, and they went ahead and published our news in the various newspapers locally on 5th of December. Not only that, they actually went ahead and had a radio clip running all the time throughout the day on Radio Mantra on 5th of December, conveying our message to the larger audience. Isn't it amazing? That's simply great, simply awesome. And we received this as a surprise on 6th of December on our WhatsApp, saying that, look at guys, you guys are celebrity, but we knew in our heart they are really golden hearted people who made this very special for us. They helped us to reach out to the media so as we could reach out, to the larger audience, and probably we could convey our message to the larger audience. So guys, all set. This is our first day of the journey, and we are now going to heading towards to